Yeah, this is Tim with Guard Digital Marketing. So I got this video coming to you as promised here, Jeff. So I got the web page pull up here for your website here, your homepage. Excuse me. So I will take a look at this in just a second, but I want to start this out on a Google search page. And what I've typed in is more geared towards your Cedar Rapids area. It looks like you're doing some work in Omaha as well, which will have a good amount of search volume. So it's something that you can take all these tips and tricks and use towards that area as well. Now, what I've typed in here is roofing Cedar Rapids IA, so gearing towards, somebody looking for a roofing company to provide this service for them in Cedar Rapids. Now, people are going to type this in a few different ways, because not everybody's brain works the same. The key here is just to get on the first page for as many of those as possible, right? So that we can capitalize and turn these people into a paying customer and start generating some more jobs for the company. So you can see, a handful or really 3 companies right off the bat here running these Google guaranteed ads. I generally stay away from these unless you're, moving into a new area and you're wanting to generate yourself some leads for your company right off the bat. Main reason I say this is because a big pool of the people, normally around 80%, are going to instantly disregard these ads in the first place. And a lot of times the leads that come through these aren't going to be the greatest anyways. So the best leads that I've seen come through are going to be organic leads, okay? And you can do that 2 separate ways, rank organically. You can do it through a business profile or through a website for a specific area, okay? And if you have an actual office in Omaha as well, it looked like you'd be able to do it there as well both ways, okay? So where you have an office, you can rank a business profile and a website. Where you don't, you can only rank a website. Now, your business profile is definitely going to be crucial, because if you can get it within this top 3, you'll get about 30 to 40% of your entire traffic for this area through your business profile, okay? So it can actually, be exponential for you, especially when somebody can see your company twice organically on a first page of Google. That's going to tip you over the edge above all your competition, especially, when they can see, some of the great reviews that your company is going to have as well. Okay. So I paused the video real quick to look for your company within here, and we can see we are on page 3, so we are quite far back in our ranking of the business profile. And I want to take a look at a couple things right off the bat. Some things definitely help when it comes to ranking your business profile. How well is it filled out? Is it filled out all the way? Typically, most companies aren't going to be open 24 hours. Just something as simple as that will help you. Make sure your bio section about your company is 100% filled out. There's typically 750 characters that you can fill out within there. If you have a Facebook or something like that, integrate that within your business profile. Also, your reviews. One thing you definitely want to do is make sure you are responding to all your reviews that come in through here. And don't just make them generic responses either. Make sure that these responses that you have are going to be, geared exactly towards what your review is talking about. And then also make sure you're uploading pictures within here as well, okay? And what this does is, especially when these photos are geotagged, which means the location of where this photo was taken is embedded within the image itself, can all help you rank, get on this first page of this, and gear towards getting you into that top 3. Okay, now there's definitely a few more things that you can definitely do, but without going down the rabbit hole and making this video super, super boring for you, and kind of getting into things that are going to be really hard for any business owner to, do on top of running a business itself. I just don't want to get into that and overwhelm you, okay? So photos, make sure your business profile is completely filled out. Make sure you're getting as many reviews as you can, and then you are responding to those reviews with character, okay? And doing all that should definitely boost you within at least the first page. Now, for a website, we can see here Darnell is going to be your top competitor, right? They're second position. They're beating out quite a few directories. Then you got 4-Star, Garcia, and Affordable Pro, okay? So those are the 4 that are ranking on the first page for roofing in Cedar Rapids. Now, when we come back over to your guys' website, I like to let a little chat box here. We also have your 2 numbers up here to call, so your Facebook and business profile are linked on here as well. This is a call to action button for somebody to reach out to you to, for a quote. A little bit about the company here, a little more. And then we got some slider reviews here as well. Okay. Now, everything that I'm seeing so far is, I can't really harp on too much. The only thing that I'm really going to talk about, and what I talk about with most websites, is going to be the actual content within it. Okay. So, what I'm highlighting is all going to be content. And Google generally wants to see at least a bare minimum of 500 words of content on your home page. And we can see we're going to be very light when it comes to that number, okay? So you're definitely going to want to have more content within here so we can throw relevancy at your website about, what you guys do. And then we can also embed keywords within that content at that point as well, okay? And doing all this, we can tell Google exactly what we want to try and rank for, okay? We're telling Google without a shadow of a doubt, this is what we do. We are going to be, one of the best companies in this area that provide this. And we're showing Google exactly why we should be on this first page, right? And this is what we all consider our on-page SEO or website optimization, okay? So you got to make sure your car, if we're going to use an analogy, is in tip-top shape before we can get from point A to point B without any troubles, okay? And the car being your website. Now, what I want to do next is we're going to kind of look at your off-page SEO, okay? Which is what we consider our strength and trust that Google has for our website. And this would be, in the analogy, the gas that we are putting into our vehicle to get from point A to point B, okay? We got to pump enough gas into it to get us there as well. So I'm going to go ahead and use both your website, of course, and then Darnell Constructions, which was, your top competitor in the area, to look at these numbers and do a little comparison. Now, these first two numbers right off the bat, the 0.2 and the 4.3, are going to be Google's strength and trust ratings that they have for your website. Now, they're ranked out of 100, but truly once you hit a benchmark of about 30 and above for each of these, Google's considering you a pretty powerful website at that point. Now, you build that strength and trust within Google through these backlinks, okay? And simply put, a backlink is any clickable text or image linking one website to another. But these are all held within these different referring domains. Now, referring domain is very crucial here because you need it to be authoritative, meaning that that referring domain has strength and trust within Google that is generally going to be greater than yours, okay? So once you acquire that backlink, it's going to help your ratings in return. Okay, now keyword-wise, we can see you're indexing for 35 keywords, bringing you in just a hair under 20 traffic per month. And if we actually click on those keywords, we can see what you're indexing for, where you're getting most of your traffic from, what position of Google's search you're in, and where that actual keyword is indexing for on the page of your website, okay? Now we can see where you're getting most of your traffic from is from the company name, okay? Pristine Restoration, which has 100 search volume, so it seems like it's going to be fairly, positioned towards your company specifically. I can't be 100% there, but you are ranking third position for the company name, and it's getting you some traffic. Now, the only thing here is, if this is more of a nationwide keyword search, and these are people searching this outside of your actual area, and you can't really capitalize on those people. Now, we do see like siding repair, Cedar Rapids, awning installation, Cedar Rapids, window installation, siding contractors. We got some more window ones, vinyl siding. But I'm not seeing you indexing for anything. Here's the first roofing one. And there's definitely more roofing keywords for Cedar Rapids, okay? Now, even so, as soon as we get to, after the company name, we're on the second page and further back for all these different buyer intent keywords. And again, remember buyer intent keywords being, a service attached to a location, okay? So it's very specific about what somebody's looking for in what area and when you can capitalize on it. Now, if we go ahead and take a look at Darnell, we can see their strength and trust, right? Quite a bit higher than yours, but not, way out of the range of being able to catch up with them and surpass them. So they're working on that strength and trust. They are indexing for over 60 keywords and bringing in about 160 traffic. And if we click on their keywords as well, we can see, a third of their traffic is coming from the company name. I'm not really going to count that as much because, again, even if somebody's typing in your company name, you have them in your back pocket anyways. So I'm more interested in people who are using Google as, what I consider a reference point for who they're going to choose to do this service for them. And we can see all these different roofing keywords for Cedar Rapids. Somewhere right around here is where it's going to end. So about 10 or 12 different roofing for Cedar Rapids keywords here. So you can see how many that you're missing, and you're missing out on, probably another, 4, 5, 600 search volume worth of traffic that you can get in front of. Now, you should see that roofing Cedar Rapids, Iowa, 150 search volume here. This company is getting in, almost 30 of that volume as traffic into their website because they are position 2. Now, generally speaking, industry standard is around 30% of the traffic that you get from a buyer intent keyword will end up reaching out to you at that point, being an organic lead for the company. So if we went through for all the different roofing keywords, we would expect to probably see this company generating probably anywhere from 20 to 30 leads per month on average, okay? And that's what you can kind of expect for this area, as we can see being on the first page. Fairly good position in all of them. You could go up higher and generate probably closer to the 30 to 35 mark on average. But that's probably all you could really expect for this area. But again, still being roofing and those organic leads that are going to close at a 50% ratio or above, an extra 10 to 15 jobs per month is never going to hurt anybody, okay? So I'm sure you know that. Now, I guess other than that, really, that's all I have for this video. Again, I didn't want to dive in too deep and too much and overwhelm you. If you have any further questions or concerns, if I just didn't answer anything that you thought I might have, my info is down below. My contact info is down below in the email. Feel free to reach out to me for anything that you may have. Other than that, have a great rest of your day, and I hope to hear from you soon. Thanks.